So these are the five different things that we do, and some of the accolades that we have achieved so far is we have been awarded as India's leading startup enabler platform at the BRICS International Conclave, that's the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Personally, I've been awarded with the Mahatma Gandhi Samman Award, which is given to only 25 Indians all over the world. So we've been doing a lot of stuff in the ecosystem and helping startups. Thanks. Okay. So, sir, Chatur Idea seems to be working on an online platform. So, right. Is there a particular reason behind it being online rather than other options? So, it's not completely online. It's a commercial online offline because in India, most of these things don't work completely online because people are used to the feel and touch. Yeah. So today, Chatur Ideas was started with the concept of an online platform, but today Chatur Ideas is a combination of online and offline. So there's a lot of online that stuff happens, but we also keep it a lot of stuff offline as well because I think the combination of online and offline gives the most optimum output. Thank you, sir. So, sir, now we move on to some general entrepreneurial issues. Sure. So let's start with India and its potential to have a conducive and accepting environment for entrepreneurs. Are entrepreneurs something India as a country and an economy is ready to embed in its core industrial values? I think yes. That's the reason why we have this Make in India stuff that's happening. Governments are being pro entrepreneurs, helping in the best possible way. There are ecosystems which are helping entrepreneurs grow and move to the next level. I feel the most innovative things that one can find out is not only in the metros but tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Of lately, I've been invited at various forums and various institutes to speak at tier 2 and tier 3 cities. And I'm seeing the kind of innovation, the kind of startups, the kind of potential that those guys have. In fact, some of the investments that we have made in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, the growth has been exponential and way too fast. And I think if, as a government or even as private institutions, if we start focusing more on entrepreneurs in tier 2 and tier 3, I think we're going to create more jobs, more employment. Our GDP is going to improve. On the Global Innovation Index, we are currently at some 61, 62 level, which will be moved to the fifth level by actually working towards creating more entrepreneurs. The scope is there, the potential is there, but people don't have the access to the ecosystem. So the reason why we are also expanding rapidly and reaching out to each who can nook of the country is so people have access to the ecosystem, they can come to Chatur Ideas and we can be a part of the journey to make them grow, get them mentored, get them funded, get them actually become huge companies who can create more employment and increase the innovation index of our country. So what are some of the tips, tricks and values that you would love to give to the budding entrepreneurs in India? So I feel every entrepreneur should have three things in them, which is focus, discipline and perseverance. To give you an example, you have seen Mahabharata? Yeah. Yeah. So there was a time where Dronacharya was teaching Kauravas and Pandavas. So he first called Duryodhan and he asked him, what can you see? And Duryodhan said, I can see a bird hanging in the air on the tree branch and some clouds in the background. He said, okay, fine, now you move aside. He calls Yudhishthira. He asked him, what can you see? He said, I can see the bird's eye, I can see the bird's face, and I can see some clouds in the background. He said, okay, you move aside. He calls Arjun. He says, what all can you see? He says, I can see the bird's eye. He said, I'm asking you, what all can you see? He said, I can see only the bird's eye. So we shoot, and he hits the bird's eye. And we all know that he was the best archer of his time. That's what we did even for a startup. The entrepreneur has to have laser sharp focus, and if he can do that, nothing can stop him to be the best entrepreneur in his industry and this in sector. Second is perseverance. Now, if you know KFC, right? You know the founder, who's the founder? Colonel Sanders. You know what age he started? Around the age of 63, 65. He was that old. And when he started, he actually knocked more than 1009 doors before he got his first order. Walt Disney, before started, had to knock 313 doors. Thomas Edison, because of whom we have the electricity, did 10,000 experiments before he could actually get successful. That's called perseverance. Many a time startups start and then they are like after 5 attempts, 7 attempts, 8 attempts, we are done. We can't do it. But you have to go that extra mile. If you're perseverant, nothing can stop you to grow. Third is discipline. Why discipline is very important? If you look at most of startups, they start very frugally. They operate out of a small room. They don't spend on employees. They don't spend on any fancy stuff. They save money and they focus on the system and they start growing the product. The moment they get funded, they start having fancy offices, fancy parties for their employees, doing fancy stuff, spending money extravagantly, spending heavy money on marketing which is not needed in that way. So the same output can be achieved with different kind of marketing which is cheaper. They want to just be in the glamour world and spend a lot of money on TV ads and sponsoring events, etc. And they lose focus and they're not profitable. So if startups can be focused, disciplined and perseverant, success is a byproduct. So I would suggest every startup follow these three things to be successful.
Okay, sir. So, how has becoming an entrepreneur changed you as a person?
It changed me a lot, in the positive and the negative. Uh, you pick up which is positive and negative from it. I'll tell you what has changed me.
Okay, sir.
So earlier I was a person more filled with life because I had a more social life, more life with friends and going out, partying and enjoying my life. Being an entrepreneur, become a little more serious about life, focus, goals. Sacrificed a lot of things in my life, as I mentioned earlier, as well, personal and socially. But it has improved me as a person, more sincere. Uh, I can face rejections very well. So by God's grace, I've reached a stage that I don't get rejections anymore. But in my initial stages, there were a lot of rejection I had to face. So now, as a person, I become more strong, become more humble, because I understand what a person goes through life cycle. So if you see me interacting with a person, maybe a watchman or a peon, or a waiter for that matter, you will see I end up hugging the waiters in the restaurant if I really am happy with them. So there is nothing that ego or that superiority thing that he's a small guy, we should ill treat him, or I treat everyone equal. Whether it's the so if you see me sitting with one of the largest investors of the country as well, I'll be in the same way that I'll sit with a friend or with anybody else. So there is no barrier for someone being very high superior. There is no feeling of superiority if somebody is way too lower in terms of class. So for me, everyone is equal. So I think that has made me as a more composed and calm person. And yeah, I think I'm more composed and calm now as a person, and I can manage things in a better manner. So, as you say, that happiness and sadness both don't give me different emotions, become a little more calm focused. So that's what has changed me, which I wasn't earlier as a person. I become very humble, is what I feel.
So, we are currently seeing you at the epitome of success. So, there must have been some times when you felt like leaving everything, backing off, and going back to the settled life.
So, apparently, somebody yesterday, last night, also asked me the same question. And I said, how frequently do you feel, or have you never felt? So, again, people have just seen the success part, they have not seen the hard work or what I have gone through emotionally as well in building my Chatur ideas yesterday. So, I think 5% of my entire journey, so 95% I've never felt, but 5% I did feel that what if I was into a job, maybe I would have been doing better for myself, maybe I would have got my weekends off. But then if I, at that this very same moment, I'm introspecting, I feel no. I think what I'm doing currently, I'm adding value to a lot of other lives. It's doing well for me. I would have never been happy doing what I was doing earlier because I was adding value only to myself, but not to the world. Here I'm adding a lot of value to people. There is a lot of learning that goes across. I've changed so many lives because when I hear the testimonials and the compliments that I get from so many people, I feel I've changed them and they are happy and they are well-being now than what they were before. So those thoughts do come because the kind of struggle I put in, the kind of hours I put in, but I still feel it's worth it. So as they say that it's we never said it's easy, but it's always worth it. So.
It is. So, sir, it was really nice sharing this platform and chatting with you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.